Hello. Let me turn this down just a little bit. Turn the music down. Let me fix this. Okay. Now it looks normal. Go back. Alright. Let's start again. Wait. Back. Hold on. Ah. No. Menu. Yes. I forgot I already started the game. Yes. This is Vivian's voicemail. Leave a message after the tone if it's urgent, but just text me next time. Oh. I guess I'm gonna try to... I'll just enter the regular name. Get another route. Good morning, world. Time for my affirmations. Which one? I will live my best life and live to the fullest. $90,000. I'll forget about the time I clogged the 4th floor office toilet and not let the mortification I felt in that moment haunt me for the rest of my days. Let's go with that one. Now that that's out of the way, I should lie in bed and check my messages for 10 minutes like the dutiful young adult I am. The app locked me out again. Cool. I can't wait for later. Come by the official booth for a meet and greet. Oh no, they're taken already. So fast. I'll just wait for the next one, huh? Hello, Hello everybody, I'll be tabling at everybody's CoCon today, so do be looking forward to it. St. Nico is tabling? Definitely gotta get that tote bag. Yes, the coveted tote bag. OMG. Yes. I'll go see if they posted the catalog anywhere. Wow, Faye is awake before 3 p.m. on a weekend? Miracles never cease. Dude, I forgot to tell you, I was talking to this girl from marketing and she was telling me okay, it's kind of gross, but also kind of awesome. Oh, this is the thing about the mouse. They were feeding him leftovers. I'm not sure I like where this is going. Oh dear, do better me. His presence increases the flavor. The flavor of what? What flavor? What flavor is he increasing? What flavor? What flavor? I need an explanation. What flavor? Hey, that reminds me, have fun at your little animal party today. Please remember to bring my glasses on Monday. Okay, I love Faye. She doesn't judge me for being 25 and still totally obsessed with the kids' stationary mascot. Anyway, she has no right to criticize however I live my life. Yeah. She went through a phase once where she genuinely believed she could move things with her mind. At 23. I mean, I feel like once you become an adult, just hoping for those things to happen kinda, I don't know, makes things a little less painful. Life is pain. Thinking of the time she went cross-eyed from trying to mentally manipulate the vending machine into giving her more snacks. Yeah, as I said, pain and suffering. Never fails to make me feel good about the fact that I spend more money on character goods than I do on my electricity every month. Cherry replied, "This is the dude who I'm trying to get his route properly. I can't believe we're actually gonna meet in real life, since they're normally pretty private. Crap. Are we gonna have to call each other by username? What do I even say? Hiya, Cherry." The sound of it doesn't quite sit right with me. Okay, I love the little stickers. Can I get these stickers? By the way, how are we gonna find each other? What are you wearing? A white shirt, I think? Unless I change my mind last minute, I'll update you. See you there. In any case, this is pretty exciting. I wonder what he looks like. Not in a creepy way, in a I genuinely don't know what to expect way. I didn't even know that we lived in the same city until 2 weeks ago. Even though we've been talking for almost a year. We sort of have an unspoken promise not to talk about stuff like work or family or things like that. Yeah, I know. What's your greatest fear? Having to do with death? Or what would you do? A5 Wagyu. Yeah, that's me too. How many siblings do you have? That's too personal. Okay. I had better start getting ready before I fall back asleep. Fair enough. Yes. The ice cream cat. We agreed to meet in the middle of the day, so it's less crowded, but it's still relatively packed. The ticketing counter is closed for lunch, huh? That guy won't stop pacing around. Or maybe he just really needs to pee or something. Cute sweater though. Phew. Luckily we bought ours online. Oh, you're here already. I ended up being kinda early. Where are you? I don't think I see him. Yes, yeah. I'm standing near the escalator. Wearing a yellow swipe. OMG. Yes. Guess I'll keep a lookout for anybody approaching. Not sure what I'm expecting. Should I be worried? About what? If anyone's dedicated enough to spend their better part of their Saturday talking to a catfish, Target, or whatever about things like what flavor of ice cream they think they'd be, I'll have to give it to them, honestly. That's some effort right there. Oh, that guy stopped pacing. Good for him. He finally realized where is he going? Why is he walking over here? I'm just gonna keep going. Can't remember what question I asked last time. How long did it take you? My friend looks up abruptly from the plaza map he's studying. Sudden question seems to have put him on the spot. Not my finest hour. Oh. It's faint, but it sounds like a kid crying. Okay, I'm just gonna skip through this. So life keeps life. Sound like you're speaking from experience. I'm just saying, metaphorically. Oh, oops. That makes sense. To be honest, I'm pretty sure it might be pretty much the same online and offline. That's nice. I mean, I am who I am. And it's like, don't judge me for liking cute erasers when you're stuck in a failing marriage. Damn. Okay. That's harsh. Yeah, that's what I said. Okay, I'm kidding, but you know what I mean. Kind of. I guess I don't really talk to my work friends that much about this work stuff. This is the first time I've heard him mention work or his colleagues. I'm surprised by this admission. The Robin I know feels so genuine and unabashedly passionate about what he likes that it's difficult to imagine him not being like that. Why does my neck hurt? Okay. Then again, I suppose I can see where he's coming from, as he's a guy and all. Hey, it's not like I don't like my work or anything. It's great. It's really... Don't worry. I understand. I understand what you're getting at. I understand. Yeah, totally. It happens. Oh, you know. He trails off. Okay, I'm not sure I should say this because it's kind of weird. Okay, this is... I think this is gonna be the mouse thing. Say hi to him for me. I wish I could. Why can't you? Well, we sort of got found out, and my colleagues took him home so that he wouldn't get, like, exterminated. Oh. Well, I hope he's happy in his new home. Honestly, I'm kind of scared of animals, so... I didn't really get what they were doing, but he really was a very charming rat. I'm gonna miss him. Hey, actually, that reminds me. Something similar happened at my workplace, too. I mean, I think. At least that's what I heard. My friend does tend to exaggerate sometimes. Quite the coincidence, huh? Yeah, quite the coincidence indeed. How many buildings in the city are harboring polite rants? Well, I guess that's enough talk about work for one day. It really is. Oop. I gotta get this. So sorry about that. Something urgent, I guess? He puts down the phone after a brief exchange. Hey, I'm really sorry about this, but something just came up. I think I might have to go now. Everything alright? Oh yeah, it's nothing serious. Just something I've gotta do. I'm really sorry about it. Seriously. Ah, I get it. Don't worry about it. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I had a really nice time. You too, Robin. I guess I'll see you around? Hold on. Let me fix something real quick. Okay, I think it's fixed. Alright, that should be good. Hahaha. Well, bye. Yes, goodbye. Bye. He waves goodbye and heads towards the exit. It's quite the abrupt farewell, but it seems like he had something really urgent to take care of. Either way, I'm happy we got to meet. It's getting late. I should head home too. No! The foyer outside the event venue was packed with a different crowd. Seems like there's some sort of important conference going on here. It's so crowded, I can't seem to find the exit. Just as I'm checking the map to find it, a stranger nearby walks straight into me. Ah yes, the dude. You might want to be more careful, miss. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep skipping through these. Can I also buy you a drink to make up for it? Raises an eyebrow at my suggestion. I'll give you my number and then you can get in touch with me about it. Does anyone have a pen or paper? The gall of me to be asking for anything. The staff member is giving me the stink eye, but reluctantly hands over a clipboard and pen. I scribble down my contact details. Once again, I'm really sorry about the mess. Okay, I'm just skipping everything since I've been through this already. I do not fear the impending heat death of the universe. I'm just gonna check my messages quickly. Thanks again for yesterday. What did you have to sort out back there? Time to get ready for work. When will the suffering end? Yo! What are you doing here? Meeting ended earlier than expected. Good for you. I've still got all this stuff to sort out. That's why I'm here, to keep you company. Oh, I wanted to ask. How did your meeting with your friend go? It was pretty fun. Also, I know you're gonna ask this, and yes, he was not a bad-looking guy, but that's all there is to it, okay? I was planning. He seriously looked so familiar, though. Who, your friend? Yeah. Brown hair, blue eyes, sort of a middle part. From marketing? Kind of shy. Talks like this. Does that ring any bells? Somehow I get the feeling that Ruppin doesn't really want to be identified, so I'll just leave his name out just in case. Wait, I think I know who you're talking about. Can't be him. I've seen that guy around a couple times. Red tie always looks like you've just pronounced a commonly used word wrongly, but you're too insignificant for him to bother to correct you. That's not a very helpful description. He's one of those seriously uptight kinds, you know? No way he's the awkward middle schooler you made your online friend out to be. I guess she's right, but it just feels like too much of a coincidence. Probably shouldn't push the matter further, though. It'd be seriously embarrassing if it ends up I've got the wrong guy. Enough about that. How's your stuff going? What stuff? You know, the whole online dating thing. It's not going, really. I pretty much just go on there to laugh at the people who take it seriously. Youch. Makes sense, though. Yeah. Respond now. Sure thing, I'll transfer you the money now. Not sure if you remember, but I said I'd treat you to a drink. I feel really bad. I hope you don't get scolded. Don't beat yourself up over it, seriously. Just let me know where or when. When's good for you? Weekends are alright. Okay. Oh wait, I nearly forgot. How should I address you? I'm Maya. And Vivian. That's a cute name. totally doesn't suit what I remember of him, though. Well, that's this month's cocoa allowance gone. I guess I'll meet him at the mall or something, as for the specific location. Cafe would be good. Let's hope this isn't too awkward. I need coffee, but first, I will drink more than 10% of my daily recommended water intake. Looks like there was something else I had to do. Go back to sleep. Nope, back to sleep it is. Just 15 more minutes, I promise. And then magically, it is Saturday. What will it be today? I wonder what Robin's up to today. Can't believe it's been a whole week. No response. Guess he's still asleep. Oh right, I was supposed to meet that Coco guy. What was his name? Ian something? Vivian? Better go. I guess I don't have a choice here. Surprisingly quiet for a weekend. Have any promotions? I already gave you a promo code the other time. Don't be greedy. Why does he sound so familiar? Yes. You remember me? Obviously. Also, that's not a compliment. Okay, I'm sorry. Just go here. I'm honored you'd think anybody would want to date me. Don't think too much about it. Jokes aside, it's kind of funny. A funny story, actually. You know how you yelled at me because my hands had chocolate all over them? That's because I spilled my drink all over the Coco mascot at the meet and greet. Damn. Yeah. Love it. Wow. Let's not go getting all familiar now. Alright. Wait, that reminds me, I've still got your handkerchief. Don't want it back. I hope it wasn't hard for you to get here. Nice to see you again. Same to you? Right. Thanks for this. You didn't really have to. It's the least I could do, really. Yes, the couple stuff. Like inverted comma. Something up? Is there room for one more? That's not that kind of arrangement, but thanks for showing interest. You good? You look like you've seen something you weren't supposed to. Maybe I have. What? Oh. He chose his own contact name. Wow, that image is really in my head now that you said that. Okay. Depends on what you consider interesting. Let me think for a second. Oh, I just got a free makeover from the guy who illustrates and sells Coco merch. Sounds like a real multi-talented chap. Right? I wish I could do half the things he does. Don't we all? What do you do for work yourself? Nothing as invigorating as shaking hands with over-enthusiastic kids for 5 hours, I'm sure. Just your regular office worker, you know? Yes. So I guess it was more than a coincidence. Robin? Whoop. I think you've gotten the wrong person. Excuse me. Oh no. I can't have gotten the wrong person, right? They looked exactly like him. Well, less skittish for sure, but... Robin, it's me, Maya! He doesn't turn around. You know who I am, right? Coco Cult? We went to the con last week. I can't have gotten the wrong person, I know that much. We'll talk about this another time. He gives the briefest, quickest of nods and then continues to walk away. Ooh, I got a different route this time. Alright. I don't really know what to do here. I guess I can play another game. I just have to change the thingy. Hold on. Edit stream. Alright. There we go. Guess I'll quit. Let's see. What other games do I have? I think I had another one that I wanted to play. Yeah. Let's see. Is it going to run? Here we go. Now I just have to change it so that it actually looks at it. Here it is. Here we go. Okay. Let's go. Oh no! I lost my handkerchief! That's terrible. Wasn't that your favorite silk one? Yes, and it was so expensive. I might have to wait a while to get a new one. Excuse me. Eep! Miss Clement! Does this handkerchief belong to you? No! Huh? But I heard you explicitly say... You can keep it! Please! Have it! I don't want it anymore! Look, this handkerchief is yours, so just take it. Oh no, we upset her. Please don't bully us. We're sorry. We'll never bully you again, or never bother you again. Let's go. Oh, I watched the two fleeing figures. I can't believe we ran into Miss Claremont. She's as mean looking as they say. At least we didn't do anything to talk to His Highness. What? Huh? I heard you saw one girl who accidentally touched His Highness's shoulder, and she had to quit school because her family was forced to move out to the country. How cruel! Of course. What else should I expect? I mean, I didn't really expect a thank you or anything, but I also didn't enjoy how they reacted when I tried to hand her item back. But what else could I do? Ever since I could remember, people seemed to think that whenever I approached them, that I had planned to harm them or something. Oh, that's kind of sad. I wasn't sure if it was because I was taller than the average woman, or if because my eyes looked mean and sharp, or because my hairstyle, which I have tried to straighten, was reminiscent of an antagonist from a novel. Even my own name, Beatrix, seemed to add on the image of me being a spiteful person. I don't know what my parents were thinking when they named me that. Not like I could ask them though, as I wasn't particularly close with either of them, which made me a very lonely child. Thus, I did try my best to try and make friends with other children. Yet any time I tried to approach another child, they would end up crying or wetting their pants from seeing my sharp eyes. Thus, I was never able to make friends since I was a child, even though I truly tried, resulting in my somewhat awkward personality. Tired of it all, I had thought that if I was going to be treated as a mean-spirited bully no matter what I did, I might as well play the part. I quickly became known as Beatrix, the jealous fiancée of the prince who would tyrannize anyone who approached him. Though if I were truthful, I don't care much for my fiancé. And Edward, my fiancé, never bothered them. I cannot fucking speak. Take two. And Edward, my fiancé, never bothered to take any interest in me either. But I would still put up the act that I was possessive of him merely for appearance's sake. Additionally, I did nothing like force a girl and her family to move like those two girls said. That girl moved because her father's new business was located in the rural area of our empire. What I mostly did to people was intimidate them a little, or just stare at them with my sharp eyes of mine. However, that was enough for the student body, as they had begun to spread rumors of my cruelty. Thus, I never had to do much to make people afraid of me. And so, for a good amount of my schooling, I was the infamous Beatrix Claremont. Until... Beatrix! And right on cue. This is Lily Abbott, my only friend, as sad as it is to say. Lily is basically the opposite of me. She's well known amongst the student body for being the low-class transfer student who seemed to ensnare the hearts of several well-known male students, including a Grand Knight's son, the Prime Minister's son, and even an illegitimate son of a duke, but he's kind of known to be flirtatious. Yet she never seemed interested in any of them, and despite them always approaching her, she spent her time instead. Beatrix, there you are! I was looking for you so we could have lunch together. With me, the heinous Beatrix Clermont. You didn't have to seek me out. I'm sure I would have gone back to the cafeteria at some point. There I go again. Unable to speak my feelings, instead of saying sorry or even thank you, I only speak harsh words. One of the results from the lack of social communication. True, but I wanted to see you as soon as possible. There she goes, saying such embarrassing words again. While I am unable to speak about my feelings, Lily seemed to have no filter. Besides, the lunch is just some weird European food again, so it's not like I'm that excited to eat it. I mean, doesn't this world have some normal food? I'd love to have a burger again. What was that? Oh, nothing. By the way, what's with the handkerchief? Oh, this belonged to some student. I was trying to return it, but seeing her face, she probably guessed what happened. Want me to go cast a curse on them? Lily! Don't even joke about that. You know that the usage of dark magic is forbidden by the royal family. If you're caught, you could face execution, or worse. Yeah, okay, I got it. I wasn't being that serious anyway. Why does magic even exist here if we can't even use it the way we want to? Anyway, why not keep that handkerchief then? She didn't take it when she had the chance, so it's finders keepers now. I'd rather not. She said this was important to her, and she might regret not taking it, so... You're so sweet, Beatrix. What? How about we go take it to the Lost and Found before we grab our lunch? The girl might grab it from there later. I suppose. Yes, that would be the right course of action. Let's go then. Wait, don't rush me. And so we both returned the handkerchief to the Lost and Found. Despite how I may act, I am truly grateful for having Lily as a friend, as she seemed to make up for some of the deficiencies I have. She would get upset at me if I said that out loud, though. Lily would constantly tell me not to bring myself down, while also showering me in praise and compliments as you saw earlier. I do not know how she can always find such a kind thing to say about me, as I never saw these traits in myself before. Yet still, rather than seeing me as detestable as the other students do, she's the only one that doesn't see me that way. Rather, she sees me as lovable. I'm not sure how someone such as me was lucky enough to find a friend like her. But ever since we did become friends, she has stuck to my side and seemed to be the only person who could tolerate me. I'm harsh, mean-looking, and antisocial. And she's so small and cute and sweet and overall sincere. Anyone would wonder how two drastically different people such as us became friends, correct? Well, it started around the beginning of the school year, when I was still putting on my little persona. You there, commoner. Me? Who else would I be talking to? Does anyone else here reek of the scent of labor? The other students laugh at this. Lily at the time was a new student to the academy. Furthermore, she was the only student to come from a lower class. She was accepted due to the fact that she had been adopted by a baron recently, and now attends the academy, which is filled with other wealthy and upper-class students. Despite me being the only one confronting her, I was not the only student who found her presence irksome. So, seeing me belittle the tiny girl was a treat for most of the student body. Yet we knew what that little confrontation led to. Wait! That hair! Those eyes! That pose! Are you Beatrix Clermont? Yes, I am. Oh my god, it's really you! You know me? Of course I do. I played every route in Magical Academy Love Life in order to even just catch glimpses of you. What? I even have all of your official merchandise. Well, I did, till that stupid truck hit me. Hold on, is this Isekai universe? Magical Academy? Merchandise? Truck? But wow, you're even more beautiful in person. Beautiful? Yeah. Even more so than your sprite. Oh, but I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lily Abbott. It's nice to meet you. Oh, nice to meet you too? Wait, that's not why I approached you. Why did you approach me then? I saw you and the prince walking together to class. Tell me, as I am the fiancé of the prince, what is your relationship with him? We don't have any relationship. He bumped into me, which made me drop my books. Then he made some big deal out of it and told me he would carry them for me in my next class, which I refused. Yet still, even though I kept telling him no thanks, he carried them anyway, making a bigger thing out of it than it was. Honestly, it was kind of troublesome. That scene always irked me, but even more so in real life. What? As if somebody as great as the prince would carry some commoner's filthy books to class. I'm not lying. And honestly, I wasn't happy about the whole thing either. Though, I can't do anything about it now, so is there anything else I can do for you? Fine. Since you asked, I don't want you to ever come near the prince ever again. Done. Huh? Donezo. Deal. I agree. I'm never gonna approach the prince. Won't even look at him. Hey, I'll be happy if he does the same for me. You agreed pretty quickly. Of course I agreed. If it means you'll stop being upset with me, I will gladly avoid the prince. I see. Of course. It's good that you understand your situation then. I'm happy to hear that you agreed so easily, and I'm happy that you're happy. I think that you look so much more lovely when you're happy, Miss Beatrix. You think I am lovely? Your golden flaxen hair, your sky blue eyes, the elegant way you hold yourself. How could I not think how could I not think you're lovely? Rather than being approached by the prince, I am much happier being approached by you. Elegant? So how about this? In exchange for never seeing the prince again, I get to see you more often. So if you could, may I please get to know you better, starting off as friends? I'll be eternally grateful if someone as beautiful as you... Okay, fine! Just please shut up. So that's a yes? It's a yes. I'm so happy to hear that. My first friend. Say something? Nothing. I said nothing. Your ill-bred ears probably just too full of dirt to hear anything. Either way, I look forward to getting to know you better. Likewise. Though I'm only doing this so you don't spend any time with the prince. That's fine by me. How about we walk to our next class together? If you would like. Of course. Any chance to spend time with you would make me happy. And thus, that is how we became friends. I still cringe at the way I acted before. Honestly, it was pretty awful. And I would love to say that my behavior changed drastically after we became friends, but that would be a lie. Though, thanks to Lily's patience and effort on my part, we have gone to a point in our friendship where I no longer call her commoner, and also stopped hurling insults at her. That's pretty good. That's good. Good work. Yet Lily never stopped speaking of her admiration of my many features, which I suppose motivated me to try and change a bit so I could meet her expectations. And so I stopped my horrible ways, and tried to be the person she saw me as by trying to help others, and working harder to make more friends. Though there hasn't been much success. But at least Lily has always been there to comfort me when things never went my way. And so here we are now. Ooh. The school lunch is delicious, isn't it, Beatrix? Yes, it's quite good, I suppose. Even the bread is soft and fluffy. Yes, I do agree. We should feed each other. I think so as well. Wait, why would I ever do such a thing? Especially in public. Boo. I tried. Really. Just then, I see Lily dig into her bag and take out a textbook. Isn't that the textbook for our arcane class? Are you going to study? Ah, yeah. They didn't really teach me magic where I was from. Well, that's because magic didn't exist. So, I need to study to catch up to the rest of you guys. But studying magic in this world is way different than in the video game. All I had to do was mash some buttons, but here, I actually have to do reading and stuff. Video game. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Let me see. Oh, okay. As Lily hands me her textbook, I glance over the material she's studying. This material? We've gone over this weeks ago. She's still on this? At this rate, she might not catch up for the upcoming test. Let me help you study. Are you sure? You don't want to waste your lunchtime helping me. It was my decision to help you, isn't it? Why are you questioning it? No. Good. Then let's start reviewing together. Besides, we are friends. We should help each other out. I think 5 years were added to my life. What did you say? Nothing whatsoever. Right. Well, let's go over these spells right here. You'll need them for next week's test. Whoa! I can't believe I was able to catch up so fast. You're so smart, Beatrix. I'm not that smart. I merely studied, that's all. The benefits of only having one friend is that most of my free time is spent studying. But I am glad that I was of some assistance to you. You were more than just some assistance. I really appreciate it, Beatrix. I'm so grateful to have you as a friend. You... grateful? Shouldn't it be the other way around? I mean, she has to tolerate me. Yeah. I mean, when we first came here, most of the other students ignored me since I wasn't of noble blood like them. Only you would reply to me when I would talk to you. If I didn't have you, I would probably have no one else to sit down and eat lunch like this with, or help me studying. That's why I'm so appreciative of the fact that we've become friends. I want to cry. It's as if she read my heart and spoke it aloud. Yet it wasn't my heart though she was reading aloud, but hers. I never knew someone could feel so much joy finding out that the feelings they had been too scared to share were actually reciprocated. Yet it is unfair that only she had the courage to be honest. I want that courage. I want to tell her how I truly feel. I'm glad we are friends too. Holy crap, why can't audio recordings exist in this world yet? What? It's nothing. I think my heart just stopped for a moment. What? Are you okay? Are you sick? Here, let me check your temperature. Do you possibly have a fever? Beatrix's soft hand is touching my face. I can die happy now. Don't die! Please, Lily, you must live. If you die, then I won't have friends anymore. Because I was so worried about Lily, I didn't realize how close we were. Ooh. Damn, I really wish I could have better eye tracking. I don't know for how long, but we stared into each other's eyes. I never realized how round and bright Lily's eyes were, or how silky her hair was, not to mention how soft-looking her skin is. Suddenly, I felt a sudden warmth and fluttery feeling in my stomach. Whenever I was with Lily, I was always happy, as her mere presence made me feel comfortable and pleasant. Yet the feelings I am feeling now as I stare into her eyes is new, and something I never felt before. What is this feeling? What is going on here? Broken from my trance, I look over to see the source of the voice. Why is he standing on top of me? And I see my fiancé, the Prince, Edward. Your Highness! Oh no. Edward might think I was having an affair or something. I mean, you kind of are. He might get upset at Lily and punish her. I have to clear the air so he doesn't get upset. And more importantly, protect Lily. I asked, what was going on here? Your Highness, it is not what you think. It's my fault. Lily... Your fault? Of course. I should have expected nothing less. What? I could see what you were doing. I'm not blind. Your Highness, I am so sorry, but please do not punish Lily. Punish her? Why would I punish a student you were tormenting? Huh? You were bullying the poor transfer student, weren't you? No, I wasn't. We were... Lady Claremont, I have tolerated your unruly behavior for a while now, but I will not stand for you to harm the new transfer student, who obviously cannot defend themselves. This is unbecoming, even for you. It wasn't as if I wasn't used to people thinking of me in such a way, and I didn't expect any less from my fiancé, who never tried to get to know me. Our engagement was decided upon by our parents, so there was no love between us. So I am not surprised that his perception about me aligns with the rest of the student body, even though I have been trying so hard to change it. At one point, I did hope that maybe at least the man I would spend the rest of my life with was somebody who could truly understand me and see me. But all my hopes were dashed when I realized that Edward's only interest was in the prosperity of the kingdom, and he couldn't care less about me. Maybe that's why I act out before. Upset that there was no one in the world I could rely on, could be myself with, who would see the real me. But this time it was different. This time I had someone who was on my side. I had Lily. Yet, that's not true. I just thought things were different, but nothing has changed. All I'll ever be seen as is a cruel, horrible villainess. You're wrong! She wasn't bullying me. She was helping me earlier with my studies, actually. Miss Lily, you don't have to make up lies for her. I'm not. And I would appreciate it if you would stop talking shit about her. Shit? Also, who are you to talk about unbecoming? Your route is usually just you looking down on others just because you're a prince. Not to mention you're pushy, bossy, never listen to others, and just plain rude. I'm sorry. Since for some reason, guys with sadistic dominant personalities are supposed to be appealing, though I don't see the charm. In addition, in your bad ending, you lock up the heroine in a cage like some creep after she almost forced you to leave the academy. Really? What sane person would do that? What? I would never. Beatrix, on the other hand, is the most warm-hearted person I know. She always tries to help, like returning people's things or cleaning up the classroom for the teachers. She never ignores me, unlike the other students, and always responds to me. She's patient when she teaches me, even though I mess up and get confused. She gives me her dessert from lunch, and even though I secretly know she loves sweets a lot. Additionally, because I don't have money, she's bought me 3 sets of a new uniform, and also my new textbooks, which she said were hand-me-downs, but obviously they were new. How did you know that? Beatrix is the most gentle and selfless person I know. So I don't want to talk someone like you talk shit about her. Especially from someone who didn't even place in the top 3 for a character popularity poll. Character popularity poll? Come on, Beatrix. Let's go. Okay. Not even top 3? I love how that's the part he's really focused on. I don't think I've ever seen Edward look so stricken. Lily? Beatrix, please break your engagement with the prince. I admit, the prince may be handsome and stuff, but he's still a yonder. And I don't like how he talked bad about you. I want you to be happy with someone who treats you the way you deserve to be treated. Lily. Beatrix, I love you. I love the way you sometimes seem harsh, but are actually very sensitive to what others say and act. I love how you try to seem like you don't care, but you actually care a lot. I love how secretly kind you are, and how you're so smart and hardworking. I love your deep blue eyes, and your long hair that reminds me of the sun. Even your graceful figure always leaves me speechless. I won't ask you to return my feelings, but I just wanted to let you know them. To be honest, I would be happy being friends with you for the rest of my life if that's what you want. No, I don't want that. If you also would like some space, then I would understand. I don't want that either. Then what do you want? Oh, are they gonna kiss? They gonna kiss? It was obvious what I wanted. Since I met Lily, I never spent any moment alone. No longer dreading going to every class where I would have no one to talk to. No longer eating my lunch quietly in a large courtyard by my lonesome self. No longer studying silently to fill the free time that I had from not having anyone to spend time with. And that's because of Lily. Because of Lily, I changed. I stopped being that hurtful and mean person I used to be before. Because of Lily, I no longer waited for class to begin, because she would always spend her time with me before the teacher came. Because of Lily, my lunchtime was no longer quiet, but filled with laughter and chatter. Because of Lily, my once dull and monotonous life was bright and wonderful. All those times I spent with Lily were the happiest moments of my life. I never want a life without Lily by my side, so the obvious answer was, I want to be with you. Lily, I am in love with you. This is so cute. You are? It took me a while to realize it. But the fact that I always want to be by your side, how being with you makes me feel comfortable yet nervous, and how everything you do always brings a smile to my face. In summary, Lily Abbott, I am in love with you. Woohoo! Yeah! My throat already hurts right now, so I can't yell. You don't need to be so loud. I can't help it. I'm so happy. Does that make us lovers then? Well, I suppose, but I still have to break my engagement off. That's fine. I'll wait. I'll wait forever for you. Same. Beatrix, I promise you that I'll do my absolute best to make you happy. You don't really have to. Nuh-uh. Just you watch, Beatrix Clemart. I'll make you the happiest woman in the world. Then I guess I can't stop you. Nope, you can't. Like you can't stop me from doing this. Oh. Hehe. I always wanted to carry you like this. Put me down this instant! How are you even doing this? I'm taller than you, and heavier. I just casted that strength spell you taught me earlier. I forgot I taught you that earlier. Besides, you're telling me you don't even enjoy this just a little bit, Beatrix. I mean, you read those cheesy romance novels all the time, and I know they do this in them. You knew about that? Now that I recall, you knew a lot of embarrassing things about me earlier as well. So maybe I shouldn't be surprised. It's nice to have someone who knows you well, huh? Well, I suppose it's better than being misunderstood. Glad to hear, because I won't stop trying to learn more about you. Because every new thing I learn about you makes me fall for you more. Sheesh. Only someone like you could be so shameless to say something like that. Though I suppose that's what made me fall for you. I didn't quite hear that. Could you say that for me again? You... Fine, I'll say it once more. Make sure to listen this time. If this was a novel, such a happy ending would never be possible for someone like me. But I guess that's why I suppose I should be glad this isn't a novel. This is all real. Just as the pure joy I am feeling. I love you, Lily. I love you too, Beatrix. Thank you. Thank you to whoever allowed Lily to enter my life. I know that from now on, that both of us will make each other very happy. So thank you for listening to my prayers and bringing me Lily. I'll make sure to spend the rest of my life bringing her as much joy as she brought me. I promise. Wow, I suppose this would be the confession scene, huh? Around this point, the game would end, but I'm grateful it doesn't end here. Moreover, since I'm actually in the game, I don't have to worry about my PG-13 rating anymore. What are you talking about, dear? Oh, nothing, my love. I forgot to mention, Lily sometimes mentions weird things and places I've never heard of, such as Japan, among other things. I'm not sure where she learned such words or what those things are, but maybe I'll ask her in the future and find out. The end. That was so cute. Alright. I think... Let me look. Hold on. I think I had another game, perhaps? Hold on. Let me look for it for a second. Oh, never mind. There it is.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah. No, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go through the wastelands.
Let's see. Is it gonna run? Ah. Okay. To change it again. Perfect game. Make that bigger. Yes, here we go. Can't believe the most popular girl in school is a lesbian just like me. The bitter cold of late January bites at my skin and shows no mercy. Students pack on layers of jackets and scarves in attempts to shield themselves from the chill. Hordes of students. I disregard the crowds and make my way towards my shoe locker, not eager to go to class. Good morning, Mizutani-chan. I flash my signature slight smile. Good morning. Hey, how did the exam go for you? You probably aced it. Huh, I survived. Well, I'm not sure if I aced it or not. Oh, don't be so humble. I'm sure the class's silent beauty topped everyone. The two classmates walked away and I sent them off with a smile I greeted them with. Once they leave, I wipe my smile off my face and recall all the stress that the dumb entrance exam had caused me. I probably barely passed. I'm not smart, regal, beautiful person that everyone thinks I am. I'm just a useless lesbian on the inside. Aren't we all? Aren't we all secretly just useless lesbians? But I can't let anyone know that. I'd be the victim of public shaming if I ever came out of the closet, especially in high school. I've kept up the the distant facades so people don't approach me as easily. If I made a close friend, my secret would surely leak, and I don't want that. Sorry, I had to sneeze and I didn't want my explosion. If putting this front up means keeping my social standing alive, I'll do whatever it takes to keep it that way. Even if it means repressing my gayness. There's only a few more months of high school left. I can survive for just a few more months. A sigh escapes from me as I open my shoe locker, and a letter greets me alongside in my indoor shoes. What's this? My hands reach for the letter and I open the plain-looking envelope. Dear Mizutani-chan, son, I've admired you for a while now, but I never had the chance to really reach out to you. I think you're an incredibly beautiful person, and before I continue reading, the name of the author catches my eye at the bottom. Asagumo Isamu. Asagumo-kun, huh? Nope. I quickly close the letter and throw it in a nearby trash can. Sorry, but I'm not interested in the least. I receive a ton of love letters, but they're all from boys, and I couldn't care less. There's only one type of love letter I want. The ones that are sent by girls. Which will probably never happen. The thought of this cruel heteronormative world causes me to chew on my lip and cry internally. I whine too much about it that even I'm fed up with myself. I switch my shoes while shaking myself out of the depressed lesbian mindset. I'm literally counting the days until graduation, awaiting the day I can step into a gay bar and land a girlfriend. I'm about to close my locker. A high-pitched yelp is heard from a few feet away. Curious as to what happened, I take a peek and see a flood of what seems to be letters on the floor, spilling from a locker. Another day with a locker full of love letters? They never stop coming, do they? Geez, it's not like I asked for them. It seems like the most popular girl in class is having the same troubles I do, except she's just too popular to care about these finicky love letters. I wonder if she has girls sending her love letters too. I shake my head. Wish I had a girl send me a love letter. Enough with that. To the classroom I go, with my fake, elegant mask of a persona. So with this variable, you solve an equation and insert. Now I'm not reading that. The voice of the orange-haired math teacher lulls me to sleep, accompanied with the warm sun that was absent this morning. My eyes try their best to pay attention to the chalkboard, but in an attempt to not fall asleep, they wander around the classroom. The classroom is silent, filled with students either paying attention or secretly playing on their phones. It just looks like the everyday classroom setting, nothing new. I strive to look for something interesting to focus on, and as my eyes cruise in the direction diagonally from me, they settle on a certain Morishita-san. Morishita-san, the most popular girl in class. No, probably the most popular girl in school. She's pretty and cute and has this little devil personality that all the guys like. I've always had an eye on her because of that. And well, that's what popular people do to you, right? I might have garnered some popularity myself because I sit here and look somewhat pretty, but her popularity is off the charts. Everyone in school knows about her, including the teachers. Rumor has it that she also has a modeling job in a magazine as well. She's sitting prettily, staring at the teacher lecture us. Her stunning pink hair is tucked behind her ear, shines in the sun, making it even brighter than it already is. Her expression is more solemn compared to this morning's cheery look. Though whose face wouldn't look bored listening to such a boring lesson? As expected of the girl labeled most popular in class, she's absolutely pretty and cute even if she looks bored to death. Those lips of hers look pink and plump, as if they were crafted and painted by a master. I'd probably wondered, I don't know why I'm still attempting to read. It'd probably feel wonderful to kiss them, wouldn't it? She didn't have a tremendous pair of breasts, but they looked like they were the perfect size. Not ridiculously big, but not non-existent. Her exposed porcelain skin is the envy of every girl, including me. Marishita-san's legs are slender, creating the illusion of long legs despite being average height. They were crossed so they're not in full view, but the cross-legged pose makes her seem even more poised and sexily cute. I give myself a mental punch in the face for thinking like a gross perverted old man. I hate it when I grovel at girls, but I can't help it. Let's be real, girls are cute. My line of vision rests on her lips again, wondering just how many people she's used them on. I freeze momentarily as I discover her eyes are also on me. We hold the gaze, and it doesn't hit me until seconds later that she caught me staring at her. My brain completely malfunctions, and due to the panic of being caught red-handed, I somehow slam my head onto the desk. The room goes silent after, and I raise my head realizing what had just happened. Everyone's staring in my direction, and I probably look like a deer in the headlights. This couldn't get any more embarrassing. Mizutani-san. I straighten up and try my best to own it. I don my serious poker face and reply to the teacher, "Yes." "Were you sleeping and your hair fell out of your hands?" "No." "Then can I ask you to answer this question?" She points at this jumbled mess of an equation on the... God, I hate that. There's no way I can even comprehend what that equation was asking for, even if I did pay attention in class. I'm sorry, I cannot. The math teacher shakes her head at me in disappointment. I thought so. I genuinely have no rebuttal. Do I suck it up and take the false blame, or do I admit that I wasn't paying attention because I was too busy checking out a fellow classmate? I apologize. It won't happen again. You can stay after school and I can teach you all over again. I swallow another gulp. Oh boy. Yes, ma'am. Everyone's eyes slowly averts from me and return to the droning voice at the front of the class. I look towards the culprit that caused this entire farce. A little smirk flashes across her face, and I bite my lip in remorse and embarrassment. Did all that really just happen? It still feels surreal that I let my facade slip for even a second. I want someone to bury me alive right this instant. Do you understand the equation now, Miss Mizutani? The sunset glow makes the teacher's hair look more saturated than it already is, and frankly gives her a less menacing look than she had earlier in the day. She explained the method and reiterated what she taught in the class, but shortened into a crash course. I'm sure she just wants to leave school as much as I do. With confidence, I nod my head and replied, "Yes, Miss Kaneko." She lets out a breath of relief and closes the textbook she has in her hands. Hurriedly, she gathers her materials and begins to head out of the classroom. My reading ability is starting to go. Stop falling asleep in class now. I tell you, I'm not doing this for the sake of staying even longer after school, but for your grades, you know. I know exams are over and all, but that doesn't mean you can slack off. Oh, if only I was actually sleeping. Please study some more. I also pack up my bag and sling my bag over my shoulder, eager to go home. But the orange-haired math teacher requests one more thing. And please help me clear the chalkboard. Thank you. Yes. And with that, she leaves me alone in the sun-kissed room. I get up from my seat with my bag as soon as she leaves and start erasing the leftover math equations on the board. I could be home right now, but instead I was here studying for an extra hour. All because my thirsty ass was checking out damn Morishita-san. Her image flashes across my mind again, as I absentmindedly do my duty. My face blushes immensely after remembering the thoughts that ran through my head in class. In retrospect, I really shouldn't have been checking her out in the first place. Who knew there was a 50-year-old perverted man living in an 18-year-old's body? Just what was I thinking? Maybe I need to hydrate myself, seeing how thirsty I was. Even I'm disgusted with myself. There's just one more white mark on the chalkboard to swipe before I'm free, but a familiar voice echoes through the classroom. Just what part of me were you staring at? I jolted from the sudden voice. My eyes widen in disbelief as the most popular girl in high school leans against the doorway with her attention on me. It was bad enough that I got caught staring, but this was a nightmare being confronted about it. I can't do anything but freeze in my spot and wait for Morishita-san to come over. Oh, that was rather quick. She walks over to me, but instead of stopping 2 feet away, she stops 2 inches away from my lips. My heartbeat rings through my ears and pounds against my chest. Just what is she doing? I felt that gaze, you know. It was burning into me. Just what is she trying to get at? You're just like me, aren't you? It takes all my strength to muster my usual persona up to reply. But I can hear my voice wavering. She's way too close for comfort, especially for my gay heart. No, I don't quite understand what you mean. I flinch as her hand slowly snakes up my forearm. I take a step back in defense, but she just closes the gap even more, soon cornering me against the chalkboard. Should I save? An alluring whisper makes its way into my ears, giving me goosebumps. A lesbian. Hey, are you a fucking lesbian? Are you a lesbian too? You lesbian, me lesbian. I am also the gay. Are you the gay? Are you the gay too? Or is it just me? A what? My head automatically turns to meet her eyes, and at this point, our lips are practically a hairline away from each other. I swear, all of a sudden, I have forgotten how to breathe. A lesbian? Just like me? It doesn't take a genius to connect the dots. The thoughts immediately form, and I don't think my eyes can go any wider than they already are. The most popular girl in school is a lesbian, just like me. The girl in front of me doesn't even give me a chance to process what to say before speaking up again. So, which part of me do you like the best? Jinx, what do you need? You have broken my face tracking. What are you doing? What do you desire, cat? My legs, my chest. Her hand snakes up my forearm some more, and her smile curves into a devilish smirk. She knows exactly what she's doing, and she's probably not going to stop until she elicits a reaction from me. The pride in me doesn't want to give her that satisfaction, though I'm too frozen right now to even give her what she wants. Or is it my lips? All I can focus on are her lips that she's tempting me with, closing in on me. I shut my eyes as I wait for impact on my lips, but a loud thud from the window causes me to jump in shock. In the midst of my jump, I feel our lips brush lightly. Due to the close proximity, we were Marishita-san backs up as well from the abrupt interaction with a shocked face. However, I'm not too sure if she's shocked from the brief contact of her lips or the ball hitting the window. I need to get out of here quick before she pulls something again. Please don't misunderstand. You're mistaken. I don't want anything to do with you or your sexuality. It's only natural to envy such an idol of the school. Now, if you'll excuse me. As best as I could, I whizzed past her with a probably faulty poker face. My legs move as fast as they can to get out of the situation, and I hope they don't show that they're shaking. You pretty girl make my legs go brr. I can't roll my R's. Pretty girl make my legs all shaky. The adrenaline coursing through my blood makes me run home despite me hating physical activity. The inside of my mind is still blank and confused as heck. Just what in the world happened? By the time I get home, I'm out of breath and dying. I rush inside my room. I plop down onto my bed as I try to catch my breath. The sun is set now, and the walls are soon dyed dark blue. I bury my head into my pillow and try to gather my thoughts. Our lips brushed, didn't they? For some reason, I can still feel the light contact lingering on my lips. My fingers touch my lips, but the feeling is completely different from before. Even though it was brief, it feels ethereal. If I'm feeling like this now, what would happen if she actually kissed me? The thought of that makes my cheeks burst into flames. I roll onto my side and curl into a ball from the embarrassment. That would never happen. No way. But if it did, it'd feel really good, right? If I had the chance, I would. My eyes squeeze shut to get rid of the impossible thoughts before I combust. Instead, I focus back on what Murashita-san was trying to pull. Why would she do that? Why would she share such a big secret even if it was true? Why? Is she trying to play with me? Is this a huge joke to her? How am I going to face her tomorrow in class? Does she expect me to just pretend nothing happened? I scream, and the inner gay in me panics wildly. This is all because I checked her out in class. You have no one to blame but yourself, Hinata. Blame your thirsty ass self. Damn. My feet drag across the wooden floors of the hallway, dreading each step towards my classroom. I barely got a wink of sleep. My sigh subconsciously escapes my mouth. I have to see her in class today. All I have to do is pretend not to notice her, right? The doors are just a few steps away, and I already see Morishita-san sitting at her desk, chatting away with a group of guys. As soon as I step into the classroom, her eyes look in my direction and our eyes meet again. I'm not sure if it was just my imagination, but the corners of her mouth curled into a smirk. Jinx, what are you doing? Okay. I have to take it down. Do you want to speak? Love you. I have my little kitty here. Come on, say something. Not sure if it was just my imagination, but the corners of her mouth curl into a smirk. With my poker face intact, I quickly run away and head to my desk. I get ready for my first period, but I find myself looking at Mary Shuttleton's direction all the time. Her attention is back to the group of guys, but I can't help but question if she's really a lesbian. She constantly flirts with the guys that hang around her. They're clearly interested in her. She's super touchy with them and always being cute around them. That's saying something, right? So what was her deal yesterday? I don't think she's flirting with them. I think she's just being nice to them. I know I shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but I'm just wary about her. Is she someone I can trust, or is she just fooling around, playing a huge prank on me? I bury my face in my hands and internally scream. It's possible that I'm extremely overthinking this whole situation. Bell rings, I take one last glance at Mercedes-san, and it looks as if she has no worry in the world. Why am I worrying about it? Why do I feel like today's gonna be a long day? The old sports equipment inside the storage creates this musty smell that I'm pretty much used to. Despite the ray of sunshine shining through this window, it's still dim in here. I sit behind the vaults and lean against it. It's my favorite spot to hide when I need to get out of gym class. Just one request of I need to use the washroom is all it takes for the PE teacher to forget about me. Pretty smart. Allowing me to relax in here. PE class is not my forte, and I would do anything to stay away from it at all costs. I stay here for as long as I can, but I try to be careful not to stay too long and raise suspicion. There's no clock in here, so sometimes I lose track of time, but I think I have a few minutes before heading back out. Class should be over soon. I stare at the wall and find myself thinking back to yesterday again. The memory still hasn't been able to leave me alone, and it's driving me crazy. All because of one brushing of lips. If I'm gonna go crazy over this, how would I even fare if we actually kissed? I bury my head in my knees and realize how much of a useless lesbian I am. The sound of footsteps catches my attention, and I put my guard up. Hopefully they're just passing by. The footsteps pitter-patter closer toward the equipment room, and the door creaks open. My breathing automatically stops, and I close my eyes in fear of being found out. Oof, this is way too heavy. Unexpectedly, I hear a voice that's all too familiar. Out of everyone else to come here, why does it have to be her? The hurdles go somewhere around here. Her footsteps begin creeping closer and I freeze, hoping she doesn't come my way. So you were here all this time. Too late. She spotted me. I look up at her looming figure and gulp as she tries to as I try to figure out an excuse. Morishita-san. Before I can even say my excuse, she's already figured it out. I didn't know you hated PE that much to be playing hooky like this. No wonder where you went. That takes me by surprise, leading me to slip a questioning look at her. You noticed I was gone? She bends down as she places the hurdles on the floor next to me. Who wouldn't? Aren't you the class's silent beauty? I shy away from the nickname. Nearly forgot about my facade with her here, breaking my everything. But since we're alone... Morishita-san crawls closer to me with a sly smirk, and my heart starts beating faster. Hehe. Where were we yesterday? Her face inches closer and closer, and I can't help but stay frozen in place. I have no idea what to do. I want to push her away and tell her to stay the heck away from me, but at the same time, this is the moment I've been waiting for. I don't know what to do. Right when I think her lips are going to touch mine, I shut my eyes quick and brace myself for impact. But our lips don't meet. You know you can stop me, right? My eyes open wide and I feel my face heat up from embarrassment. Her face was this close to me. I can see the details of her lashes and minimal makeup, as well as the scent of her light perfume. It's almost making me dizzy. Yet, you're not stopping me. You want this, don't you? Alright. The jig is up. We've been found out. Her evil smile taunts me, knowing she's backed me into a corner that she has revealed my secret desires. But the pride in me doesn't want to be belittled. I don't want her to think she has the upper hand. I wipe the shocked face off and replace it with a stern expression. If she wants to have it her way, I'll give it to her. I do. And with that, she closes the distance between us. Oh. The kiss sends a wave of electricity through me, something I never knew I would experience. Her lips are just as I imagined them to be, plump and soft. The scent of floral-smelling perfume gently surrounds me, intoxicating me. If this is a dream, please no one wake me up. But alas, the dream must come to an end. The kiss doesn't last long, but it feels like eons. We part, and I see that her expression is now the face that I had moments ago. I think I slipped a smirk. Okay. I think I slipped a smirk seeing the roles being reversed. She backs up and sits down dumbfounded, her face shocked and madly blushing. My face is probably just as red as hers. I need to get out of here as soon as possible. I get up swiftly and walk towards the exit, but a hand latches onto my arm. I look over my shoulder to see Morishita-san with her head towards the ground. Did I anger her? Is something the matter, Morishita-san? Oh. Mizutani-san. The suspense is killing me. Also, gym class is about to be over, I'm sure. If she wants to say something, couldn't she wait till later? I gulp in anticipation. What does she possibly want to say? Her head looks up at me with a serious expression. Something I wasn't quite expecting. Mizutani-san, be my girlfriend. Did I hear that correctly? My shocked expression will never get a chance to rest when I'm with her, will it? Excuse me? I said, Be my girlfriend. Listen, dude, when the cute girl with pink hair tells you to be her girlfriend, you don't hesitate. You just say yes. So I heard it right the first time. But what? Are you out of your mind? I just met you. Nothing's free in this world. She must want something from me. What? You don't want one? Apparently now she has changed the topic. That's besides the point. Then it's settled. From today on, you're my girlfriend. I probably have the most idiotic expression plastered on my face right now. But keep it a secret. I have an image to keep up. I'm not opposed to that, because society still doesn't accept homosexuality, but why ask me out in the first place then? If what you're more worried about is your image. You're making no sense right now. Relationships don't even work this way. Neither of us have feelings for each other. What's the difference between us being strangers and us being in a relationship with no feelings? Why are you complaining? You just got your hands on a hot girlfriend. Are you gonna take it or leave it? So I have a choice now? You do now, yes. Do you want me or not? The sudden choice makes me think. Accepting this offer is literally most likely the dumbest decision I've made in my entire life. I don't know if she has any ulterior motives or any kind of sort of hidden agenda. I barely trust her, but this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance. How often do girls just randomly ask you out? Especially the girl that's the most sought out in the school. If I don't accept this, how much longer would I have to wait painstakingly to find somebody even remotely gay? Yeah, that is the dilemma now, isn't it? Do I want to be reasonable, or do I want to be using her for my own selfish, thirsty motives? Screw it. I'll take it. Her face changes back to her usual self. Good. She whizzes past me while I stand there fighting with my conscience. Don't stand here for too long. They might file a missing person, honey. I do a double take at the honey, but she leaves without another word. Too quickly for me to react. Now that she's gone, I remember more clearly what happened just a few minutes ago. The kiss that I wanted oh so badly happened, and I don't know how to feel about it. Her soft lips made me feel ecstatic. I've never kissed a guy before, let alone a girl, but if kissing girls is this nice, I'd do it whenever I could. But then the deal I struck with her comes to mind, and I can't tell if it sours my mood or makes me happy. On the one hand, I got myself a girlfriend, but on the other hand, I barely know her. Just, what have I gotten myself into? The end of the school day has arrived yet again, and my so-called girlfriend is still nothing but a stranger to me. I thought having a girlfriend would change my life, but for the past 2 days, nothing has changed. At all. We're both going on with our lives like our interaction in the equipment room never happened. She's still being her usual self in class, and I'm still here as well. Nothing new. I've given her the past 2 days to see what she wants, but it seems like she doesn't want anything. What was the whole point then? After that day, I just kept thinking at the back of my head that it was all a joke. Prank. And it's being proven, honestly. The whole thing is ridiculous. I look over at her desk and see the usual guys with her. She's laughing at a joke that was said, mesmerizing the others with her infectious giggle. The group begins to get up and leave, probably to hang at the bustling city center nearby. I ball my hands into fists. If she's toying with my feelings, I want to know right now. I'd like to catch her in the act if she's going to fool around with some boys despite labeling me as her girlfriend. Shouldn't your girlfriend consider your feelings? A relationship is a two-way street, not one. I quickly pack my bags and follow the posse out of school grounds. Somehow successfully follow them onto the train headed towards Shibuya. It's hard to keep up in such a busy location. There are times where I lose sight of them briefly, but I manage to find them again. The sea of people constantly block my view and stagger my steps in following them. But I guess that's a good thing, so I'm not following too closely. Unfortunately, there hasn't been any signs of her so-called cheating on me. It's just her window shopping with a couple of guys. She will sometimes act all touchy, but that might just be her personality. They stop at a nearby store to chit-chat. I cannot speak. I stop as well and have slowly given up on following her. I shake my head and smack my forehead. Maybe that will smack some sense into me. What am I even doing? This is astonishingly out of character for me. I'm a literal stalker right now. My head begins to throb. And I feel a migraine coming. All this just because of my new girlfriend. Simply amazing. As I turn to look, someone bumps into me and drops their groceries. Oh, dearie, I'm so sorry. No, it's alright. Here, let me help you. I pick up the few oranges that rolled off and place them into the bag. What a wonderful young lady. Thank you very much. The old grandma walks off carrying her grocery bags, and I go back to scouting Morishita-san. Except she's not where I last saw her. I look around to see if the group just moved, but alas, nowhere. I sigh and roll my eyes. Losing track of her is probably a sign telling me to stop with this farce. I'm just being stupid. Let her do what she wants. I don't care anymore. I don't think I cared much in the first place. This whole girlfriend thing is making me go haywire. I shake my head again and decide to go home. When I turn around, I bump into yet another person. Oh, sorry. It seems my target has come to me instead. First you check me out, and now you're stalking me? Scary. My face turns beet red, but I hold a straight face. It's none of your business. But you're my girlfriend, though. You sure don't treat me like it. Tired of the game she's playing, I walk past her with a pissed expression. Wait a sec. She holds me down by looping her arms with mine, which catches me by surprise. I look at her now with puppy eyes, pleading with me to stay. But no matter how cute or convincing her puppy eyes are, I'm not staying. My feet continue to walk, but Morishita-san holds on to I can't speak anymore. She holds on to my arm tight and walks alongside me. Are you mad? I bring out my sarcastic tone, a tone I don't use quite often. No, why would I be mad? You're the one who proposed to be girlfriends, yet there are no signs of you remotely wanting to play the part. What reason is there to be mad? Morishita-san goes quiet for a moment, probably picking up my sarcasm. Let's walk. I stop in my tracks and I'm surprised again, this time at her serious tone. My eyes wide open in shock and give her a questioning look. But I'm hungry, so let's talk over food. She then drags me to the nearest family restaurant down the block. Time after time, I somehow fall into her pace and follow her like a loyal puppy. The puppy popular family restaurant chain is bustling with people, but we manage to be seated at a booth. A waitress comes up and takes our orders. She quickly orders without even looking at the menu, while I struggle to decide what I want with the small amount of time I'm given. I'll take the house special Salisbury steak, please. I'll take the chicken pasta. Coming right up. The waitress leaves us to ourselves, and my attention reverts back to my so-called girlfriend. She checks her phone for notifications and scrolls through some sort of feed. A silence falls over us, and I decide to break the ice. So why did you ditch your friends? She looks up from her phone and replies, Oh, I just got bored and hungry, so I left. She really does things without care, huh? When did you find out I was following you? You mean stalking? A giggle erupts from her mouth as she puts her phone down. I give her an unamused frown, but I don't really have the right to give her one, seeing as I was technically stalking her. I didn't mean to. Another laugh comes from her mouth and she crosses her arms on the table. No, I'm glad you followed me. What? I said I'm glad you followed me. I would have been bored to death after leaving them. I heard you the first time, but I'm surprised you just ditched them like that. Well, it's not like I left without saying anything. I just told them I'm tired and wanted to go home. It's not like I wanted to hang or anything. So you just went because they asked you to? She looked away with a look that says I hit the nail right on the head. Yeah. Is this what it's like to be popular? Not being able to turn down invites? I chuckle, thinking about how she's able to drag people into her own pace, but still manages to be dragged down by others. Do you always agree to hang out? Can't you just be outright and say no? I don't want to look bad, you know? Maybe it's just me and my different outlook on life. I don't have people around me all the time, hence no one expects much of me. Her eyes then look into mine, and for a second, the atmosphere around her became something completely different. You don't have any expectations thrown onto you. Oh, don't you have expectations thrown onto you too, Silent Beauty? In reality, you're probably nothing like that, are you? Am I right? I can see it. You're probably a repressed lesbian underneath that exterior. I opened my mouth to refute, but then the realize hits that she was right. Did she read my mind? I also have expectations to withhold. With me deemed the Silent Beauty, I have to put on this fake image of myself as a means of driving people away. Ugh. Again, it's for the sake of my social standing. Though it's not too hard. Not a lot of people talk to me, so saying 1 or 2 words in my fake persona isn't taxing on me. The only main difference between me and my Silent Beauty persona is that one is a repressed gay that often gay panics, and the other isn't. Compared to her, where she's constantly expected to keep up her cheerful and popular image. Wait, don't tell me I got that right. That was honestly just a wild guess. My fingers interlace with each other, and I look down in silence, knowing that I have nothing to argue with. If I say she's right, I'd be spilling a secret to someone I don't even know that well. A vague answer it is, then. You can think whatever you want. You're no fun. Say, why'd you follow me anyway? My head slowly rises and I dread my embarrassing answer to her. I just wanted to see what you were doing with those guys. You made me your girlfriend, but nothing has happened between us. It's like this whole thing is a joke on me. I myself still don't understand what your motive is. I don't even have any contact information of yours. Frankly, I don't trust you. For some reason, her eyes widen as if I said something blasphemous. Did I say something wrong, though? I really don't mean to doubt you, nor do I want to doubt you, but are you really a lesbian? If you really are, should you really be trusting me with that info? You also don't know anything about me. What if I slip that to the class and spread rumors? Her brows now furrows and she stares at me with an angered expression I never knew she could show. Are you saying I can't trust you then? I don't quite know what she means by that. Well, you can, because I'm not one to spread rumors. Besides, your sexual orientation is none of my business, but why me? What if I was actually someone malicious? You can't go telling people these things, especially when society is still so against it. You're gay too, aren't you? Was I wrong this entire time? She doesn't answer my concerns, but turns the attention to me instead. I struggle to admit it, only because I've never come out to anyone before. But I muster up all my courage and say it proud. I am a lesbian as well. The look on her softens and she seems more relaxed. She fidgets with the thin gold band on her right index finger, and her voice becomes less stern than it was just a minute ago. Then it's fine, isn't it? You understand me. This is the first time I've met someone that's the same as me. A comrade. I saw the chance and took it to be with the gender that I like. I've never met anybody that thinks as naively as her. But you don't even have feelings for me. We're still essentially strangers. You know that, right? You barely know me, and that's enough to raise a red flag. Things are gonna go downhill fast. Well, I can get to know you. Due to the liveliness of the restaurant, her mumble was barely audible, and I feel like I missed something important. Sorry, what did you say? Nothing. Anyway, back to my point. I don't think it's a smart idea to date for the sake of dating. So you don't want to be my girlfriend? She looks up at me with pitiful eyes again, but this time it looks genuine. They want me to give her what they make me want to give her what she wants, despite me feeling the opposite way. My heart is telling me no. I shouldn't get into a relationship simply for the sake of dating, just because she's conveniently here and ready and conveniently gay. Everything would just be fake if no feelings are involved. It'd be like a school play with two actors. But the selfish devil on my shoulder says that it's maybe a great idea to try things out. We're just two teens taking chances, experimenting, and making mistakes while we can. I'd rather mess up now than later. And it doesn't seem like she's bothered by it either. She seems quite eager to get into a relationship, even though I told her multiple times about how I'm a mere stranger. If she's using me for her own gain, that means I can also use her for my own gain. Right? The reasoning in my brain gets muffled by my greedy feelings. I can just agree now and break it off later if things are really not going well. It's as simple as that. I just have to make it clear with her. She awaits the answer in anticipation, while staring intently through me. Fine. I'll be your girlfriend on one condition. Her head tilts and her left eyebrow raises in confusion. She probably didn't expect terms and conditions to apply. The one condition being, if things don't work out and we break up, neither of us can hate or blackmail each other. My so-called girlfriend bursts into laughter, resulting in some heads turning to our table. Why would that ever happen? I'm just being careful. You're hilarious. But you have yourself a deal. Should I come up with a contract for both of us to sign or something? So she's back to her cheeky self again. She giggles in lieu of her little joke of exaggeration that I didn't find quite amusing. You mentioned earlier that we don't have each other's contact info. Let's change that right now. Do you have Rhine? We proceed to exchange our Rhines, and then the waitress returns with our meals. Here you go, enjoy your meal. Without another bat of an eye, she leaves quickly to attend to more important things. The lovely aroma of the food causes my stomach to grumble, and I can feel my mouth salivating. But it all comes to a sudden stop when I see a bunch of cherry tomatoes on the side. I don't recall seeing cherry tomatoes in the picture. I pick up my fork and push the tomatoes away in disgust even further from the pasta and begin digging in. For an average family restaurant, the food tastes really good somehow. The pasta is cooked to perfection, not too hard, yet not too soft. The sauce has the right amount of saltiness, and everything is just a huge symphony in my mouth. I go for another bite, but Marshita-san points her chin at my discarded tomatoes. You don't like tomatoes? No, I'm not a particularly picky eater, but tomatoes are on the top of my blacklist. The slimy texture is unpleasant. Then give them to me. Perfect. Someone will eat my unwanted tomatoes. I'm in love. I jab one of the rounded duffels and pass it onto her plate, but she apparently wants it somewhere else. She opens her mouth expecting me to feed her. I feel my face starting to get warm. I never knew feeding someone could feel this embarrassing. I'm not feeding you. Come on. Just this once. Her signature smirk taunts me, knowing full well that I'm faced by this whole ideal. I reply to her smirk with a disappointed look. Do I really have to? Weren't you the one that complaining that I wasn't treating you like a proper girlfriend? This is a start. I'm sure this is easier than holding hands. Holding hands? My imagination runs wild as it conjures the day I first hold hands with her. Yes, this is child's play compared to holding hands. I sigh and forfeit and suck it up. She opens her mouth again in anticipation, and my hand shakingly feeds her the tomato. She engulfs my fork with a smile on her face. I hate that she knows that I know that she won. Again. For the rest of the tomatoes, I just quickly drop them onto her plate so I don't need to feed her again. You know that was an indirect kiss, right? The thought didn't cross me until she mentions it, with her cocky smile still present. I can feel my face getting warmer than before from the embarrassment. Except I shouldn't really be embarrassed, since it's common for a couple to do stuff like this. I keep my composure and fight back. What's an indirect kiss to me when you've already had a direct kiss? Her eyes open wide in shock of the retort, but her smile grows wider as she acknowledges the playful banter. She chuckles in defeat and lets the issue go. I can't help but hold back a smile either after what seemed to be the most genuine and fun interaction I'd had with her so far. Maybe this isn't so bad. For the rest of the time, we ended up eating and talking about random stuff. It was all thanks to Morishita-san for trying to make small talk. I really appreciated her efforts because if it weren't for her, the entire time would have just been silence. I wouldn't have known what to talk about, so her being a people person helped out a lot. The winter sun is now setting and casts an orange hue into the cityscape. Together, we walk towards the train station, but it turns out we need to split ways, as we're going in different directions. This is the part where you kiss me goodbye. Even to the end, she keeps playing around with me. No way am I going to kiss her in front of hundreds of people here. You've got to be joking. Of course not. She says that, but then the smile on her face says she just wants to make me embarrassed again. I look around to see the sea of people buzzing by. I wouldn't mind doing it if there weren't so many people, but knowing that there could be someone watching us makes me tremendously nervous. Maybe some other time, somewhere else. Wow, what a great girlfriend. Yeah, you're a great girlfriend too, coercing her girlfriend to do something she doesn't want to do. She pouts in an unamused manner for not being able to get what she wanted. That's enough for today. Get home safely, Morishita-san. It's getting late, so just please go straight home. Don't stop by. Before I can even finish, she pecks her lips on mine unexpectedly and interrupts me. She backs up and I put my hand on my lips and look around in haste to see if someone saw. Morishita-san. She laughs in her cute little laugh and sticks her tongue out, holding a peace sign to signal her victory. I always get what I want, you know. With that, she turns around and joyfully skips to her designated platform. But she faces me again and shouts one last message. And stop calling me Morishita-san. After that, she leaves for good, disappearing up the stairs to her train. I look around one last time and then quickly find my train. I've lost once again. By the next week, the mood between us has definitely changed. She keeps sending me glances. She keeps sending glances at me during class, and she keeps sending me messages on Ryan. I usually stop replying after a few messages because I know my stats and my stealth aren't too high. I don't want to get caught in class and make a fool of myself again. For the rest of the school day, I try my best to pay attention in class, but she keeps distracting me in one way or another. When the bell rings, I sigh a breath of relief and check my phone to see the messages I missed. After my last messages, she starts whining me and sending me weird memes, but gave up after 5 minutes, it seems. I look over in her direction and see the usual sight, a crowd of guys and girls around here. I've learned from last week that I really shouldn't get too jealous over her with her group of friends. Besides, she currently seems to be having a good time. I start packing my bags to leave for home until I look over once more and see her looking at me in a distressed way. Her eyes flicker between me and her friends, but it's clear she's trying to tell me something. I check my phone to see if she sent me anything. Nothing. The next time she looks at me, I tilt my head and send her a confused look. Now her eyeballs move left and right quickly, but goes back to smiling at the group. I get up from my seat and head towards her. Her nervous glances might be saying she wants to get out of here, though I might be overthinking and create a huge scene again. Excuse me for intruding. I part the classmates like the Red Sea, and they look at this sudden stranger coming up to them. Morishita-san, please don't forget that we were asked by Miss Kaneko to help move some of her things in the staff room. I expect you to be there. Her friends turn to her for confirmation of this sudden request. The look on her face brightens, and it almost literally glows. It seems my hunch was correct. Yes, I almost forgot. Thank you so much for reminding me. For real? Haha, yeah, sorry guys. You guys should probably go on without me. I don't know how long it'll take. Lame. They begin to file out of the classroom, leaving us alone to supposedly go help their math teacher. She slumps in her chair and looks up at me with a tired-looking smile. Thanks. To be honest, I had no idea what you were trying to tell me at first. I just kind of assumed you wanted out of there, if I were to take from last week's experience. Well then, I'm glad you guessed it right. Don't tell me you're only dating me to help get out of situations you don't want to be in. She grabs her bag and flings it over her shoulder, sticking her tongue out in a cute manner. Oops, I guess I've been found out. Come on, let's go help Miss Kaneko. Right. We walk downstairs and onto the main floor where the entrance of the school is located. I plan on just going straight home, but Morishita-san suggests something else. How about I treat you to something for helping me out? No, I'm fine, thank you. Oh, come on, let me do something for you. I think I'd rather just go home, and besides, weren't you the one that didn't want to hang out with your friends in the first place? Go home and rest. But I don't spend time with my beloved. Again, she links arms with mine and smiles like a Cheshire Cat smile. If she's offering, I guess I can't turn her down. Then, but don't go think about anything dirty. I don't give my body out just like that. It takes my brain a second to register what she meant, and when it did, I blush and reply in a fluster. I wasn't thinking of that. I would have never thought about that if you hadn't mentioned it. Oh, so you're now thinking about it? Ugh. I ignore her and start racking my brain to think of something she can repay me before she teases me even more. There was that place that everybody was talking about lately on Twitter. Oh, how about that new crepe place in Yoyogi Park? It's been the craze as of late. Her smile lights up into something less sinister. Oh yeah, that place. I've been there. You have? It's quite expected, I guess. She's probably hung out at every popular site. So you'd recommend it? Yeah, I'd say so. Wanna go? It's your treat. No takebacks. Morishita-san kept holding my arm the entire trip there. I didn't quite mind it, but I wasn't used to being such constant skinship. It might be something I have to get used to now that I have her in my life. You don't have to be so tense, you know. What? She giggles at my confusion. You seem really stiff with me holding on to you. You sure you don't mind it? I'm fine. It'll just take a little getting used to, that's all. Whatever you say. The crepe cart is just within eyesight. The line is filling with young teenagers waiting to get a taste of the Instagram-worthy snack. We join the line and decide which flavor to get. Since you've been here before, what do you suggest? What do you like? More tart flavors or more hearty, heavier flavors? Maybe something with chocolate? I'm not really that picky. Not picky, says the one who wouldn't eat her tomatoes the other day. Hey, it's just tomatoes I don't like. Anything else I'm okay with. If you say so. I give her a pout in response to her cheesing. and switch back to the original topic. Which one did you get me last time you came here? I got the caramel swirl. It was really good. Caramel swirl, huh? I craned my neck to take a better look at the menu. There's not a huge selection, but every one of them sounds equally delicious. This is the only time I'm grateful for a long time, aside when my mom tells me to stay in line at the cash register. I look at Morishita-san and continue interrogating her about flavors again. I assume you're getting something different this time? Yeah, probably. She herself is also trying to take a peek at the menu board ahead of us. Our position moves slowly towards the front of the cart. The time is near to choose a flavor. Since I can't make up my mind, I can just choose the most expensive, right? You're treating after all. She shoots me a judgmental glare and exaggeratedly rolls her eyes. Anything for my girlfriend. That might have been kind of sarcastic, but my heart couldn't help but skip a beat hearing me address me as girlfriend. I nonchalantly turned my head towards the other direction to not let her see me blushing. Knowing her, she's bound to tease me about it. We finally reach the front in order. Morishita-san picks out the blueberry one, whereas I pick the most expensive one. Not the most expensive one, but the second most expensive one, just to spare her wallet. An Oreo triple fudge. It sounds really heavy, and I might have regretted my decision, but it sounded way too good to pass up on. Like she promised, she pays for both of us, and we find a nearby bench to enjoy our crepes. Oh, this tastes amazing. Chocolate coats my tongue, and the Oreo pieces just melt in my mouth. I don't feel guilty for ordering one of the most expensive ones anymore just because it tastes so good. I'm too busy indulging in my crepe to notice Morishita-san went quiet for a little while until she speaks up. Hold your arms out a little. Excuse me? Hold your arms out a little. Why, may I ask? Just do it. What is she up to this time? I do as she instructs and hold my arms out forward, completely unaware of what she has in mind. In the blink of an eye, she charges for my crepe and takes a big bite out of it. Hey! You're right, this is delicious, though a bit too sweet for my liking. Oi! She ignores me and goes back to eating her own crepe, pretending like she didn't just commit a dire crime. What? You made it sound so good, I just had to give it a try. I open my mouth to scold her, but I notice a dollop of cream on her cheek, and can't help but burst into laughter. She pauses her meal to face me with a baffled expression, not expecting me to be laughing. You have some cream on your cheek. Her hands wipe at her face in an attempt to get it off, but she doesn't seem to be successful. Seeing how helpful she is, I pull out my handkerchief from my skirt pocket and lean over to wipe it off her. You're really like a kid sometimes, you know that? You seem to always have your own agenda, not really caring about what others want, and of course, eating so messily. I snicker one last time and nod mentally in approval of my comparison. A shade of pink washes over my face and she frowns at my comment. Oh, shut up. You're the one who has to deal with me, so it's not my problem now, is it? I can tell she tried to talk back and sound all snarky, but all that shows is her being embarrassed. Another laugh slips from my mouth, amused to see the flustered role being reversed. Anything for my girlfriend. Morishita-san is staring at the ground with furrowed brows, but I can see the tint of pink in her cheeks. Huh. So it's not just me that thinks carrying the label girlfriend makes it sound more real, huh? For the remaining amount of time taken to eat our crepes, neither of us talk as the background noises of the park break the awkward silence. I finish mine faster than her, and I decide to start a conversation, mainly about going home. Morishita-san, which train are you taking? I told you to stop calling me Morishita-san, didn't I? Her interruption startles me, and I think back to when she told me that. I've completely forgotten as I've grown accustomed to calling her formally. Just call me Hana. Han. It still feels a bit awkward and foreign to me to be on a first name basis with her. After all, it's been less than a week since I've gotten to know her. Hana-san. Seriously? You still have to stick the honorific on? Just give me time to adjust. Alrighty then. I'll be getting ahead without the honorifics, Hinata. Her signature sneer replaces her previous adorable embarrassed look. I think it sounds weird hearing my name being called by her, but somehow it doesn't sound too bad. Alright. I think I'm going to end the stream for today. But thank you to the one person who is still watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will be back tomorrow.